guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Oblong Polka Dots and my name is Kerr, and on this channel we talk about makeup, skincare, and beauty. So if that's something you're into, you've come to the right place. Today we are using a palette I've never used before. It is from Nomad Cosmetics and it is called the Marrakesh Morocco palette. This is the box that it comes in, and then here's the back of the box. And it shows some information about the palette as well as the shades. So we're going to set that to the side and let's show you what the palette looks like. This is the palette itself. It looks like it has a really beautiful tile on it, which I believe is part of the aesthetic of the area for Marrakesh. So it's known for its tiles, and the palette itself does come with a mirror, and this is what the shadows look like. So because I've never used this before, we're going to stick with my comfort zone of doing a neutral look. I typically do my shadow in a gradient look, so I'll do lightest to darkest, and I don't know what I'm going to reach for yet. No idea, so let's just prep the face first. We're going to go in with our Essence Prime Like a Boss eyeshadow base, no surprise, so that we can make sure to give our shadows a fair chance at staying on my lid for the day. This is one of the best primers, and it's at one of the best price points. If you do buy it, I buy mine at Ulta, and I always wait for it to go on sale. And I'll do their buy more and save, where you can like buy two, get one free, because I use this primer probably most of the time when I'm doing my makeup. The other primer I'm super duper in love with right now is this e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This is the liquid version, and I don't know what to say. I'm going to fly through this, I can tell you that much. I can't put it down. I picked it up and have not put it down since I started using it. It really does make your makeup last all day, and it really helps to mitigate the risk of oil peeking through or breaking down your makeup throughout the day. It's just a fantastic formula. It's kind of like, I don't know what else to say. The Circle, this version that comes in a little disc, I don't think it's as good as this one. I think this one is better. I know, right? My opinion, in $5 will get us all a cup of coffee. But I'm telling you, I really think that this is much better. If you guys have not tried this yet, I definitely recommend it for sure. I bought mine over on the e.l.f. website, by the way. And then I'm not going to put anything else on just in case there's some fallout from this palette. Because if there is, I want to be able to clean up my face and then put my base on. So we're going to go in with the palette. Let's start off with something light. Let's make sure we don't go crazy, get nuts, because again, I'm not really familiar with the formula. So I think we should start off with this for the crease, and that is called Desert Sands. So I'm going to grab a fluffy brush, and let's see, I think I'm going to grab a fluffy brush. Ooh, you guys, I need to wash my brushes. There's 4,000 brushes here. You mean I can't find one fluffy brush? Here's one. So we're going in with Desert Sands into the crease. I'm going to see what it looks like. Ooh, that is copper all day long. They could have just called it Copper Sands and been done with it. Can you see that? First of all, it's saturated, and all I did was dip my brush in there. So, yes, we're talking pigment, people. Definitely. And then second of all, look at that shimmer. Not sure if I should have used this for my crease, but this is what we're going to do. We can pop another color on top of it for sure. Very nice. I'm just pulling this all the way out to the end. Can you see it? Yeah, okay. Well, hey Nomad. Let's put a little bit more on, and we're going to bring it down a little further. And then we're going to pop a different shade in the crease and see if we can deepen this up a little bit. I see there's like this red color here, and I'm not sure if I should do it, but I mean, if we're out here just in these streets doing whatever, I guess we could just do whatever. So this one right here, let's try that in the crease. That is called Cafe Arabe, or Arabe? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. All I did was dip my brush, and yeah. Okay, so definitely saturated. The color payoff, you guys, is something serious. I don't really know very much about this brand, but what I do know is these first two shades, yeah, that's what's up. And all I did was just look, watch. All I did was just tap. I didn't do anything else. I just tapped my brush. So, yeah, yeah. I think we have a banger on our hands. Where have I been? You know how long ago I bought this palette? I tend to do this thing where I buy products and I hold on to them for a really long time before I actually open them and begin to use them. And I'm not sure if this is considered to be a good habit or if it's considered to be a bad habit, but it is a habit nonetheless. And I've done this for years. So I may have a palette that I purchased like more than a year ago and still haven't used it yet, but plan to, one of those deals. And then when I finally do open it, I always ask myself, why did I wait so long? All right, so this is a super warm look at this point. Let's see if we can tone it down just a smidge. We're going to go in with this brown right here called Henna. And we're going to pop that into the outer half of the lid. Wow, this is so pretty. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I'm not seeing a lot of kickback in the pan. I'm definitely not seeing any fallout on my face either. I'm really surprised. Lots of saturation, very easy to blend. Very easy. Can you see like it's just kind of gliding around there on the lid, even with that primer that's holding it down. So one, I think this is probably going to be one of my new favorite palettes. Two, I am definitely buying another one from Nomad. I'm going to go online and find another palette from them, and I will pick it up. So I'm impressed. These shadows really blend out similarly to MAC. So if you're looking for kind of like a comparable type of formula, I would say this is close to MAC. Look at that. Just pop that up there a little bit. Okay. I do like this a lot. So pretty. Well, what should we do for the rest of our lid though? We need something that's a little bit brighter. Little bit of fallout. Very, very slight. So I'm going to grab a flat brush and I'm going to try this one right here. This shade is called Golden Mosque right here. And let's see what that looks like for the lid. It's like a beautiful mustard color. This is what it looks like on the brush. And we're just going to pop that right here. Ooh, definitely golden on my skin tone, for sure. Very pretty. Can you see that? And it blends out beautifully. And you saw, all I did was dip the brush in there. I didn't really do much else. And we're just popping this into that first half of the eye right there. There is some fallout with this, but to be fair, this is a flat brush and I kind of like dug it into the pan so I could pick up as much as possible. So there is a little bit of kickback. As far as my lid though, let's see. I'm not seeing any fallout on my lid at all. None. Zero. So yeah, beautiful formula. Very easy to work with. I would venture to say this is beginner friendly because you're not having to clean up too much. And the color is really quite true on the skin. So if you are brown like me and you're looking for shades that are a little more true from the pan to your skin, this would be a good palette to try out. I'm going back in really quick with that fluffy brush and with henna just to deepen up this crease a little bit more. Not going too far in though, just right about here. And then I'm pulling it straight out. Instead of going up and down, I'm going like this, just so we can have that angle. And we'll do the same thing on this side. And that gives it that kind of raised look along the edge of the eye. you know, where you can bring it right up like this. Okay, that's good. Very simple, very easy to work with. Minimal kickback in the pan. Can you see this? Very minimal. So, yeah. Wow. This was a good purchase, you guys. Yep. So we're going to set this to the side for a minute because I think I am going to mirror this look where I'll end up doing the top and the bottom. But let's finish the rest of the face first. So I know that I said I don't have any fallout, and I really don't see any. But because these shades are quite close to my skin tone, I want to make sure. So I'm going to take a wipe and I'm just going to pull this underneath here and make sure there's nothing on my face before I continue with the rest. Very little. Very little. Same thing on this side. Yep, just a small amount. There really isn't much to write home about here. Okay, so for my face, we are going in with the Milani Conceal and Perfect number 4 in Nectar. We're going to use this to do some color correcting under the eyes and a little color correcting on the lip to color correct some of that melasma right here. And then we're going to go ahead and grab a sponge to press this in. I really need to haul this stuff, you guys. I have so much stuff back here. It's crazy. I need to start popping those videos out so I can put this stuff away. There we go. We're just going to press this in. And then for my face, we're going on with the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear Care and Glow Foundation. I have mine in the shade 450W, so if we are skin twins, this is an exact match for me. I'm going to go in with about a pump and a half. And then we're going to take that same little sponge, I'm going to use that, and just start spreading this out. The reason I like this foundation is because it's glowy, but it's not too glowy. So if you have oily skin and you use a primer like the one I use today, you probably can wear this foundation. Because I have combination skin, I would say combination skin now. My skin was oily for a long time when I was younger, but as I've grown older, it's definitely gotten drier. So right now I'm 44 and I do have a couple of dry patches on my face, aside from the areas that normally get oily. And I would say this foundation works really well for combination skin. So you slap on a good primer and then throw this on and then finish it off with a setting powder and you should be good to go. And it's very skin-like. I love the types of foundations that just give a really natural skin-like finish. I keep trying to play around with matte foundations, but I don't think it's for me. I have the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear All Over Concealer in the shade 470. By the way, this is going to be on sale during the 21 Days of Beauty, so you know I'm about to get my little backups of my backups, even though I already have backups of backups. This is just my favorite concealer, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So we're just going to pop this on. One of the reasons I really like this concealer is the shade match, but the other reason is how it wears and how it works with other products. So it doesn't just work well with Lancome products, it works well with pretty much everything I've put on my face. From skin tints to other foundations, it just plays well with others. So if you're looking for a really good concealer that has a nice broad range of shades as well as undertones, I suggest this one all day long. And we're just pressing this in with that same little sponge that we were pressing everything else in with. And see how that looks? Love it. Love everything about it. So before we get going here on the rest of the face, let's do a little bit of setting. We're going to grab our Ruby Kisses HD Set and Forget Flawless Powder. Remember, if you use too much, you're going to look casket ready. I only have a little bit left, you guys. I have used this to death. I have a gazillion other setting powders, don't worry. I'm trying to figure out which setting powder is going to replace my Becca Hydra Mist, I think is what it's called, or Hydra Matte setting powder. That one's my favorite, but as you know, Becca's been taken over by Smashbox, and they don't make that powder at all anymore. I bought the Oma Beauty one because when I was reading reviews, people were comparing that to the Smashbox one. So I'm hoping when I open that one and start using it that I'll have the same result that I would have gotten from my Becca powder, but we're going to see. I don't know, you guys. I really don't know. We'll see. So I have my trusty eyeliner from Urban Decay. This is the shade Demolition. I need to get rid of this, you guys. Like, come on. We are down to the nubbins on this, and I keep sharpening it almost like every day at this point because we are down to the very end. Like, this is pretty much it. I have a backup already. I'm just being cheap. I'm like, if I bought it, I'm going to use the whole thing, that kind of thing. But it's one of my favorite liners, if not my favorite. There's another one that's brown that's made by NYX, and that one's really good too. But I just feel like this particular liner is easy to apply, and it goes with everything. Like every look that I wear. Maybe because I wear a lot of neutrals. That's probably part of it, but for the most part, this is just a fantastic liner. It's a great formula, stays on all day. I don't have to worry about it doing that thing. You know, sometimes you'll get a liner and it's like smudgy. This doesn't do that. Haven't had any trouble with it on that front. Plus, when I put it in my waterline, it doesn't irritate my eye. And I've used some liners in my waterline that do irritate my eye, and I don't know what the ingredient is that's in those liners, but this doesn't have anything like that for me. Put a little more over here. What is going on? Here we go. Swear, every once in a while, act like I don't know how to put on a liner. There we go. That's better. I like to line my waterline because it makes my lashes look a lot thicker too. So that's why we do that over here on this channel. Yeah, boy. Still have a little more to go. Yay! I don't typically line my lower lash line, you guys, because it does age me when I do that, and I don't need that. I don't need that help. I'm already aging plenty fine, thank you. So I'm going to grab a flat brush, and we're going to do a little bit of mirroring between the top and the bottom, just using those same colors that we used already. So this one is the Desert Sands. Just popping that there in the bottom. And then we're going to go over this a little bit with the henna right here. Right there in the corner, because we're just going to mirror that top and bottom. And then on the inner corner, we're going in with that golden Mosque right here. Just laying it flat right along the waterline, just like that. And for the outer corner, just to join the top with the bottom, we're going to take Demolition and we're going to go just like this. Just lining up that corner right there. Perfect. And that will be complemented with the mascara here in a second. So yeah, loving this palette, you guys. This one, if you can still buy this one, I suggest grabbing it. For my face, I'm going to be using this Black Radiance. What is this called? Baked Bronzer in, what is this? Flawless Impeccable, I guess is the name of it. I haven't used this yet, but I thought I could use this more like a blush than a bronzer. So this is what it looks like, and I think it might be nice for this kind of coppery look. So that's one of my favorite blush brushes from e.l.f. And we're just going to throw this on the cheeks, and that will be our blush for today. It definitely has a highlight to it, so even if this were intended to be used as a bronzer, I don't think I would use it that way. It's nice and warm and coppery, which I think complements the eye that we have on for today. Can you see that? That sheen. Feel like a model. Can you show us your cheekbones? Let's see the cheekbones, honey. I don't know. Should I warm this up with another blush, do you think? Or should we just stick with this kind of like golden summer afternoon sort of look? We can stick with that. We'll stick with the golden summer afternoon. I also, before I set all of this, I'm going to put on a little bit of brow. I've been filling in my brows lately. This is MAC's pencil. It's called, or brow pencil called Spiked. And my brows are tattooed, so technically I really don't need to fill them in, but I've been loving the drama of filling them in lately, so we're going to fill them in a little bit. I do need to get a touch up for a few sparse areas of my brows, but otherwise the woman did a fantastic job. If you live in Seattle, she is out in Bellevue and she's amazing. And she's been doing this for years. She has tattooed the brows of a lot of people that I know. There we go. Much better. And we'll brush that out so it doesn't look so harsh. I just, every once in a while, want to have that little extra drama. The reason, though, I did get my brows tattooed is because I got tired of doing my brows every day, you guys. It was like a chore after a while. And I kept doing it because I liked the way it looked. And I realized, like, you could just get your brows tattooed. I don't know why my brows are uneven today. We're about to clean that up here in a second. Hold on. Let's just brush it out first. Everybody settle down. I'm gonna fix it. Hold on. Let's clean that up a little, right? Just a scotch. I used to do my brows so cute, you guys. I used to do the little highlight on the brow bone thing, and and now I'm just like, whatever, just do something and be done with it. Okay, so next up we have to set all of this. I'm gonna go in with my Milani Make It Last Peach Scented Setting Spray. They don't sell this anymore. It's discontinued. But if you can find it at like TJ Maxx or Marshall's, you should grab it. It's a great setting spray and it smells like peach rings. You know, the candy peach rings. Let's put some of this stuff away real quick. Don't like to keep a mess on my desk. I have a new mascara I have not tried yet. This one is called, let's see, it's from Fenty and it's called Hella Thick. So we're going to give this a try. I bought this because I was watching Platinum D's channel and she grabbed it and I liked the way that it looked on her. So we're going to give this a try. This is what the wand looks like. And let's just see. So it's one of those wands that you can definitely get into the base of the lash. For sure. Good grief. Also, be careful not to poke your eye out. As you well know, I'm pretty good at that at this point. Ooh, okay. It does feel thick. If I had to give it a consistency rating, I would rate this like just short of a pomade. So definitely thicker than a conditioner and not as thick as a pomade. But it's coating my lashes the way that I would want it to. It's just a bit thick, hence the name. There we go. Ooh. I'm thinking 2 coats is good. My standard 2 coats. Probably not more than that. Oh, this is nice. Look at her going in with the 3rd coat. Girl, get out of here. Ooh, yeah. Wow. Okay. Go lashes. I see you. Let's do the bottom. I love wands like this for the bottom lashes because it's not too big. I'm trying to wipe off the end here before I get it on my face. I normally only stick the wand in once and then that's it, you guys. I don't do that thing where I pop the wand in 10 million times. It's just, I pull it out and I put on whatever's on there. Yep, this is perfect for my lower lashes. Very nice. Easy to apply. Plenty of room. It's not one of those like gigantic spoolies where you have to be really careful. I have a little bit here. I'm going to let it dry and then I'll flake it off later with a Q-tip. Pro tip, if you get mascara on your face, don't wipe it off right away. Just let it dry. Once it's dried, you can flake it away with a Q-tip. Today's fragrance is going to be Baccarat Rouge 540 by Maison Francis Kirk de Jean. It's an eau de parfum. Notes. Top is saffron and jasmine. Mid is amberwood, ambergris. Base is fir resin and cedar. Main accords are woody, amber, warm spicy, fresh spicy, animalic, aromatic, metallic. You already know what it is. You've seen it 1,000 times. I don't need to explain this to you. Just know it is one of my most beloved fragrances. And when I first bought it, I used it so much that I was like, I got to put this down. Can you see that? Like it had me in a chokehold, you guys. And yeah, I just couldn't put it down. So if I have one complaint, it would be that this atomizer, when I use it, if I haven't put this on for a few days or a few weeks, it sprays like kind of chintzy, not that nice, you know, kind of spray. So just keep that in mind. Otherwise, if that's the only criticism I have for this, that's pretty good. One of my all-time favorite fragrances. This will stay in my collection. I will probably have a bottle of this for my entire life. Thank you so much for spending time with me today, you guys. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.